The news day continues here on One News Now. I'm Riza Diaz. The number of COVID 19 cases in the country has been going down for the past few days. Now, what's the reason behind this? Let's find out more details with Faith Del Mundo. She's joining us live from Quezon City. Faith, good afternoon. What does the Department of Health have to say about the decrease in number of cases?
Yes, Risa, the DOH expresses caution on interpreting the recent COVID-19 data. In today's Laging Handa briefing, Health Undersecretary Maria Rosario Berhere warned that the lower number of cases may be due to some factors like fewer tests conducted by laboratories, while some may have opted to use antigen tests instead. Berhere said based on recent analysis, more than 6,000 antigen test results are submitted to the DOH. However, only around 300 antigen test results were used correctly after validation. Berhere stressed that reporting of antigen test results is mandatory and that LGUs must find a way to gather all the results and submit them to the DOH. With this, Berhere said that the DOH is coordinating with the MMDA and the National Task Force. They plan on mobilizing regional offices of the DILG and DOH to have a registration system for clinics and LGUs who are using antigen tests. She added that they are also looking into a possible reporting system to results to make it official. Berhere said positive validated results of antigen tests are expected to be included next week. But she clarified that there will be a qualifier of how many are from RT-PCR tests and from antigen tests. Risa, the DOH once again calls on LGUs, private companies, and individuals using antigen tests to make sure it is used properly. This is to allow them to get accurate results on whether the person is positive or not for COVID-19. Riza?
You're still watching One News Now. I'm Riza Diaz. The growth rate of COVID infections in the country has also gone down to single digit once again. Greg Gregorio has the details.
The country may still be classified as high risk for COVID-19, but growth rate in infections has gone down tremendously. From 30% 3 to 4 weeks ago, that has plummeted to just 4% in the last 2 weeks. 8 regions, including Metro Manila, have been downgraded to moderate risk. The rest of the country, however, remains at high risk. What's notable is that for NCR Plus, cases are sliding. According to the Health Department, reproduction number in the capital dropped from 1.12 on August 24 to 1.004 on September 9. While transmission is slowing down, Undersecretary Maria Rosario Vergara says the trend is still inconsistent. She attributes it to several factors. For one, testing output in virus epicenter NCR has dropped by 10%.
Ito ba ay dahilan ng rapid antigen test na paggamit o baka naman talagang wala na po silang case finds? Baka meron ding angking logistical issues dun sa bawat local government. Tinitignan din po natin yan. Baka walang magsaswab o wala silang pang-swab.
For this reason, Vergara says it's still too early to tell if the pilot run of the alert level system in NCR caused the dip in cases.
Kailangan pa rin namin kumpirmahin na talagang bumabag, and hopefully by next week we can complete our analysis already.
By then, authorities may be able to decide if NCR will be downgraded to alert level 3 and if the scheme may be expanded outside the region. For now, the IATF has further eased guidelines under level 4. Outdoor exercises are now allowed outside a person's general area of residence.
Individual outdoor exercises na pinapayagan na basta hindi required manatili sa kanyang bahay ang mag-e-eksersisyo.
Quarantine classification for some areas outside NCR are also changing. Starting today until month end, Abra, Baguio, and Bohol are under GCQ with heightened restrictions. Ilocos Norte is placed under GCQ. For News 5, Greg Gregorio, we are One News.
The damage brought about by the COVID-19 pandemic will have cost the Philippine economy up to 41.4 trillion pesos in output losses up to 2060. That's according to National Economic and Development Authority, or NEDA. Socioeconomic Planning Secretary and NEDA Chief Carl Kendrick Chua explained that the pandemic has already cost the economy 4.3 trillion pesos in foregone output last year alone. And while the Philippine economy is expected to converge to its pre-pandemic growth path 10 years from now, Chua warned that workers' productivity will be lower due to death, illness, and lack of schooling. The government aims to complete the inoculation of the country's tourism sector workers by the end of the year. Vaccine czar Carlito Galvez stressed that the country must vaccinate as many tourism workers as possible to get the industry back on its feet. There are over 5 million individuals who are part of the tourism workforce or employed in tourism-related establishments across the country. Tourism Secretary Bernadette Romulo Puyat said NTF has committed to allocate vaccine doses for all tourism workers before the end of 2021. Now let's take a quick look at today's other top stories. PNP Chief Guillermo Elizar orders an investigation into the death of a PNP Academy cadet. According to a report from the PNP Academy, Cadet 3rd Class George Carl Magsayo was bogged down by another cadet inside their dormitory room last Thursday. Magsayo was supposedly given first aid and then rushed to the hospital where he was declared dead on arrival. Elizar said the suspect is now under the custody of the Silang Municipal Police Station. Charges against him are expected to be filed on Monday. The Commission on Elections welcomes President Duterte's call for a peaceful election. The poll body said it will work closely with both the armed forces and the National Police to ensure that the 2022 polls will be free from violence. COMELEC also reminded the public that should violent incidents threaten the integrity of the elections, it has the authority to take necessary measures. And climate change groups are calling on world leaders to ramp up efforts to fully decarbonize by 2050. More than 100 organizations issued a statement during the UN General Assembly held this week. They also urge governments to stop coal projects and deliver on climate finance obligations. Now, for more updates, visit News 5, The Philippine Star, and Business World Online. Visit our website, onenews.ph, for more in-depth analysis. You can also catch One News on Signal Play app. Register for a free account now, www.signalplay.com, and stream One News live anytime, anywhere. I'm Riza Diaz. Mask on, wash hands, and stay safe, Philippines. We are One News.